So hands down, the best thing you can do to your lawn is cut it. So today we talk about lawnmowers. Alright guys, welcome back to the garage. Today we're going to talk about lawnmowers. The best thing you can do, hands down, for your lawn, even if it's just full of weeds and you really don't have much but a couple clumps of grass, the best thing you can do is mow it. Cutting off some of that grass is going to stimulate the plant and really invite it to grow and say, hey, wake up, let's do some stuff. The best investment you can make is a lawnmower, so get the best one you can afford. But it doesn't have to be expensive. Let's talk about it. This is my lawnmower. There are many mowers like it, but this one is mine. Now, I got just the basic lawnmower. The basic of the most basic. It's got an engine, tires, a blade, and a bagger. There are generally two types of mowers, what I would consider for residential applications, and it all depends on the size of your lawn. So let's sit and talk about this for a minute. I've got a 21-inch Craftsman with a 5.5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine. Craftsman and Husqvarna are pretty much synonymous. I believe they're made by the same company as far as manufactured. So there's that. You can find a lot of these simple lawnmowers for about $250, and it's pretty good as a brand new price. Look online, shop for sales, all those types of things. Now, the two types that I'm considering for residential really are based on the size of lawn that you have. I've got about a 7,500 square foot lawn. Remember we did a walk around and measured the lawn a little while ago? So I chose with a walk behind mower, something small that I could push. I also enjoy a #lawn workout, and it's one of the ways I can keep a little bit more fit in the summertime. This does not have the added features of a powered drive system, so this is all me pushing, doing the work. For the type of property I have, I felt it was best for me. I can easily maneuver it, and it still takes me about an hour-ish, maybe 45 minutes, depending on the length and how much I want to bag the clippings, all that stuff. Now, again, if you're over 10,000 feet, maybe consider a ride-on mower, either a zero-turn or more of a lawn tractor. Those will cut down your mowing times, will be more efficient, and you can do other things with them too. You can put on attachments and implements. Again, do some review, some research, see what size you need for the size of property and what's going to fit your needs. I have a lot of obstacles in my property, and now we just put in some more garden beds, so those will have to be mowed around. So I went with something that's very nimble and still lets me get out on the lawn and mow efficiently for my size. So to break it down, under 10,000 square feet, I would consider something a walk behind, either personally propelled by just you and your strength, or something with a drive system to help you along. If you're over 10,000 square foot of lawn, definitely consider something that has a drive system, either walk behind, you can get a large mower deck, or a ride-on mower. Like I said, zero turns, and the lawn tractors are good choices. So now let's take a look at this very basic lawnmower. We can start going some of the simple components that pretty much every lawnmower is going to have. I think that'll be a good start, especially for the novices out there who are just getting into their first house, their first time wanting to dig into yard work and keeping their lawn in good shape. Okay, so like I said, this is a very basic lawnmower, so let's start at the bottom. We've got our mower deck. Underneath has the spinny part, blade going around, wheels on all four corners, adjustments for each wheel that'll move the mower deck up and down to change your height of cut. Get the blade closer to the grass, shortens the length of the grass, pretty obvious. Over here we've got air filter, behind it is a carburetor. Gas tank, the newer lawnmowers have plastic gas tank with a nice large fill spout. The gas tank feeds into the carburetor. Carburetor will mix air and fuel together, and it will go to the intake valve into the engine. Spark plug ignites, causes an explosion. Through the magic of the internal combustion engine, you have power. The engine cycles, exhaust will come out the other side. Bagging discharge area. Some might be a mulching mower. We'll talk a little bit more about mulchers later, but they might have a trap to close this area, maybe a plug that you stick in to close that off. That way all the clippings stay underneath the mower and get chopped up multiple times. In this case, I use a bag. If you're not a fan of using the bag or you want to try something different, maybe you don't want to mulch all the clippings all the time, you can also get an attachment called a side discharge. Mine collects debris. Oof. The side discharge chute clips on and forces clippings out the side. That way they don't get mulched up as much and they get blown off into a large swath outside the edge of the lawnmower. Again, hot parts are the exhaust. Over in the top we do have an oil fill with an oil dipstick so you can check your oil. Okay, a couple quick tips. Understanding where your carburetor and gas tank are in relation to the other parts of your engine, including the oil fill port, the oil dipstick, is going to help you when you go to clean the underside of the mower. So I'm going to do that right now. I did go out and mow the lawn a little bit earlier, so we're on the back side of that. The first thing is a little bit of safety. I made sure to fill up the gas before I mowed. That way right now my gas tank is pretty much empty. When I go to tip it up, it's not going to be spilling out. If you forget, it's okay. You can take out the gas cap, get a plastic bag, thick plastic like a Ziploc or something, put that in between, clamp that down again. These are vented gas caps, which allows the gas tank to breathe and flow fuel into the carburetor. Second part is we're going to unplug the spark plug. Move that out of the way. Now if we spin the blade, we're not running the risk of the engine starting. So now my mower is pretty clean. We didn't cut a lot of wet, thick grass, but I do after every mow like to come underneath and scrape off large chunks of the debris. A screwdriver or a putty knife usually work decent for this. Okay, so you've selected your mower, you know what you're going to get. You've got it home. The first couple things you do before you mow is always do a pre-mow inspection. Make sure that the spark plug is connected, got the wire back on it, you have oil, you have a full tank of fuel. I always recommend using non-ethanol gas in your fuel tank. Up here in central Wisconsin, it's pretty easy to come by. We just go down to our local Quick Trip and fill her up. Now using non-ethanol gas is going to help keep down the corrosion inside of the fuel system. The ethanol really does a number on getting water into the fuel system and gumming things up. Also, non-ethanol fuel tends to last longer. If you want to add some fuel stabilizer, that would be a good idea as well. Of course, periodically check your air filter, clean that out either with compressed air or just replace it altogether. There are some maintenance things that'll go along, and we'll do some mower maintenance as the year goes on, because I'll have to do it. We're going to just take you along for my ride. Making sure that you have a sharp mower blade is going to give the best cut to your grass. It'll keep the grass as healthy as we possibly can. I'll go over some basic sharpening of the mower blade in a later episode. And really, if you just want to go the easy route and either take the blade to a professional or have extra blades and just get a brand new one every time, they're only a few dollars, maybe 12 or 15. It all depends, again, like we talked about, how much money do you want to invest in your lawn care routine. This doesn't have to be a very expensive hobby or project, but it can be if you want to. Hey guys, I hope this helps. Thanks for coming along with me on another day in my lawn. And if you have any questions, definitely reach out. Let me know. We can walk through it together. And if you've got a lawnmower that you just picked up or you want to share, go ahead and leave that in the comments or over on social media. Talk to you later. Have a great Central Wisconsin day.